Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this very special segment today. And once again, it's wonderful to have your company. Well, today we're talking about Ram Mandir and the inauguration, and we have heard a lot about that. Of course, the social media and all media is full of all the reports. Today, we will look at how it came about. Well, the Mandir, Ram Mandir, Ram is an incarnation of Vishnu, the Hindu idea. And according to recent Indian epic Rama was born in Ajodhya, where this temple is. It is believed the temple was originally destroyed by the first Mughal Emperor Babur in 1528. In his series of temple raids across northern India, which later in the same year came under the order of Babur, the commander of the Mughal Empire, Mir Bagi constructed a mosque, Babri Mosque, in the site of the Ram Janambhumi, the birthplace of Rama. The earliest record of the mosque may be traced to 1767. In the Latin book De Scriptura Indiae, authored by the Jesuit missionary Joseph Trifala, according to him, the mosque was constructed by destroying the Ram Kot temple. So originally a temple site, and originally a temple, believed to be the fortress of Rama in Ajodhya and the Bedi, where the best place of Rama is situated. The first instance of religious violence was documented in 1853. In December 1858, the British administrators prohibited Hindus from constructing puja or rituals on the contested site. A platform was created for conducting rituals outside. The murtis, meaning images of Ram and Sita, were installed inside the masjid on the night of 22nd to 23rd December in 1949, and the devotees began to gather from the next day. The state took control of the site under the section 145 and allowed Hindus but not Muslims to perform their worships at the site. In 1980s, Vishwa Hindu Parishad (BHP), belonging to the Hindu nationalist family Sangh Parivar, launched a new movement to reclaim the site for Hindus and erect a temple dedicated to infant Rama, meaning Ram Lala. On this spot, the BHP began to collect funds and bricks with Jai Sri Ram written on them. Later, the government, under the Prime Minister Rajiv Gandhi, gave BHP permission and the Silas translated in the foundation ceremony to proceed with the then Home Minister Bhutta Singh, formally conveying the permission to BHP leader Ashok Singhal. Initially, the government of India and government of Uttar Pradesh had agreed that Silhalas would be conducted outside the disputed site. However, on 9th November 1989, a group of BHP leaders and sadhus laid the foundation stones by digging a 200-liter, 7 cubic foot pit next to the disputed land, and the Singh Dwar, translated as the main entrance of the sanctum, was constructed. The BHP then laid the foundation of the temple on the land next to the disputed site. On 6 December 1992, the BHP and the Bharatiya Janata Party organized a rally on the site involving 150,000 volunteers known as Kar Sevaks. The rally turned violent, the crowd overwhelmed, and the security forces tore down the mosque. The demolition of the mosque resulted in several months of intercommunal violence between India's Hindu and Muslim communities, causing death of an estimated 2,000 people in Bombay, which is now known as Mumbai, as a direct consequence, and triggering riots all over Indian subcontinent. A day after the demolition of the mosque on 7 December 1992, New York Times reported that over 30 Hindu temples across Pakistan were attacked. Some set on fire and one was demolished. Hindu temples in Bangladesh were also attacked. On 5th July 2005, 5 terrorists attacked the makeshift Ram temple on the site of the destroyed Babri Masjid in Ajodhya. All 5 were shot dead in an ensuing encounter with the Central Reserve Police. While 1 civilian died, the attackers launched to breach the condemned wall. They suffered 3 casualties, 2 of whom were seriously injured with multiple gunshot wounds. So these are some of the history. The 2 archaeologist excavators in 1978 and 2003 conducted an archaeological survey, found evidence indicated that the Hindu temple remains existed on the site. Archaeologist K.K. Muhammad accused several left-leaning historians of undermining the findings. Over the years, serious title and legal disputes took place, such as passage of acquisition of certain area of Ajodhya Act in 1993, and in 2010, in Allahabad High Court ruled that 2.77 acres, 1.12 hectares of disputed land be divided into 3 parts, with 1/3 going to Ram Lala, or the infant Lord Ram, represented by Hindu Mahasabha for the construction of Ram temple, 1/3 going to the Muslim Sunni board, and the remaining 1/3 going to Hindu religious denominations Nirmohi Akhra. All 3 parties involved appealed against the division of the disputed land in Supreme Court. The Supreme Court's verdict of Ajodhya dispute in 2019, it was decided that the disputed land would be handed over to a trust formed by the Government of India for the construction of Ram temple. The trust was eventually formed under the name of Sri Ram Janambhoomi Tirth Kshetra. On 5th January 2020, it was announced that the Parliament of India and government under the Prime Minister Narendra Modi had accepted a plan to construct the temple. 2 days later, 7th January, 2 hectares, meaning 5 acres of land, were allocated for a new mosque to be built 22 kilometers away from Ajodhya in Dhanipur village. So that's a bit of a story, and we have all seen the inauguration that took place, and of course we know that many celebrities from throughout the world came and took part in the inauguration ceremony. And the inauguration ceremony was because of the Subh Ghadi, Subh Lagan, Subh Muhurat, meaning it had to be at that time when the stars and the universe and a lot of things aligned, and that alignment was determined by a group of astrologers who worked together to find out that exact time. And for the inauguration to take place, the chief yajman, or the person who performs that, has to be going through preparatory rituals which Prime Minister Narendra Modi did. The preparatory service means fasting for 3 days, but he fasted for 11 days, sleeping on not on the bed, not going overseas, and many things like that. There were many, all of which he observed to be able to carry out the inauguration. So once again, congratulations on the emblem of India. The word that's at the bottom, it says Satyame Vijayate, meaning truth always wins. And the foundation of Hindu Dharma is Vasudeva Kutumbakam, meaning the whole universe is but a family. And we have seen in the last few days all different groups and every denomination all coming together and supporting Ram Mandir. Whichever religion they follow, that's all up to everyone. But it was good to see that overall and generally, the brotherhood and the spirit in which the Ram Mandir has come about and been built. Now, after 550 years of negotiations and the saints and sages and some families not giving up hope that what was originally a temple would once again regain the temple, especially on that very, very sacred site. If it was anywhere else, the story might have been slightly different, but being where it is the birthplace of Rama, with the huge significance to the Hindu community, and India would probably have to be one of the only countries where, the faith of its own, they had to fight to get it aside and reallocated to get the own temple. So that's with the story, a little bit of a story behind the inauguration of Ram Mandir. Now, as we know that all celebrities, including Amitabh Bachchan and all the other movie actors, all were there, and a group of singers, including Anuradha Podwal, Sonu Nigam, Shankar Mahadevan, and everyone joined in singing the Aarti. Here is a little clip of their singing. I mentioned that there's all the groups who came together to help and support the inauguration. Well, ladies and gentlemen, right now it's time to take a look at what's happening right here in Brisbane. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's about all we have time for you today, and it's been just so wonderful having your company today. And that ends our coverage of Ram Mandir one. We looked at the preparatory, and yesterday was the main inauguration, and today we had a report on a bit of a history on how the temple site is once again a temple. Originally a temple, back to the temple site. So all's well that ends well, as they reckon, but there has been so much hardship in getting up to that level. So many people lost their lives. But Satyamay Chete. Until tomorrow, it's goodbye from me.